Hello.
This is the A7S.
Wow. So Marcus is helping me today. Whoop. This is Behind the Hustle. I'm driving to Mission Viejo. There's a shit ton of traffic. This is the first vlog after podcast movement. It's kind of been a roller coasters of emotions again. After I got back, which I'll explain kind of in a different vlog, I was just super not inspired like I was, and then most of it was like 80% uninspired, 20% kind of inspired. So coming off of that, I came home to a sick puppy. Kayden was not eating, which was weird, and he was having diarrhea. There was blood in the stool. I went to my go-to moves like pumpkin, rice, and kibble. Didn't eat anything like that. And then after a while, I was like, my dog is just being stupid. Maybe he'll eat in like a day or so. 3 days go by. He still hasn't eaten anything, like barely anything. Like occasionally he would eat a piece of meat, like a piece of chicken. So I got kind of freaked out, and I said, we need to go to the vet because there's still blood in the stool. Go to the vet at like 9. They're like booked up to the neck in doggies and pigs and all kinds of stuff. And they were able to squeeze me in, and I got to wait in there for like 20 minutes only, 20 to 30 minutes. And then I was seen by the doctor. And then it was like a long process, man, of like, they're like, hey, we got to do this test, it's going to cost $50. Hey, we got to do this test, it's going to cost $50. And then so on and so on and so forth. We're doing blood work now, and the doctor's talking to me, and I'm like $400 in on my bill, and they're telling me it's pancreatitis, and pancreatitis can go two ways, which one of which is very scary. So it could result in it could be fatal, or it could be dogs can recover from it. And a lot of experts believe or say that sometimes there is no reasoning behind why dogs get pancreatitis. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm trying to think back to all the things so that this doesn't happen again. And long story short, they give me that speech and they freak me the fuck out. Like, hey, you either need to be you need to hospitalize your dog, or you can do conservative care. And I don't like the when they say conservative or supportive. They said supportive care, but then he goes, it's conservative. And I'm like, okay, so I know I'm taking the cheaper option, but I took it because Kayden was like, he's alert. He didn't look dreadful. He was still he was not in dehydration mode yet. So I was thinking, I was kind of trusting my own gut and trying not to get freaked out and scared by what the vet was saying, even though he was scaring me. And I was a little bit crying in the waiting room for a little bit, but then, I just pulled myself together, and then they said, this is what you can do. We can give him 2 shots for the nausea and for the vomiting, and then give him two antibiotics. And I said, let's just go with that. I'm going to monitor him for 2 days. I mean, I live 10 minutes from the vet's hospital. It's 24 hours, so if anything happens, I can just rush in if it comes to that. But in my head, I was thinking dude, if it's way too expensive to nurse him back to health, I can't afford that. You know what I mean? And I was really starting to think of well, do I have to let him go? And I always think of this every time I go to the vet. It could be anything. My mind goes there. And so yesterday was just it was just really hard on me emotionally. And then I still had to work a bunch because we're going to go off for vacation, and I need to get a couple of deals closed and a couple of clients in the bag. So I'm trying to, just realign my mind, but whatever, we're shooting again for Hoffman Fabrics. And it'll be easier on me since I'm not filming, and it should be an easy edit. So that's what's happening today. I'll check back with you in a minute.
You're just helping out, and it was just really cool.
I get to learn now a little bit of this high-tech stuff. This is the one we looked at for forever, and then we're nah.
Decided against it.
Yeah, too hardcore.
This is the A7S.
Wow. This is the one we looked at for forever, and then we're nah.
Decided against it.
Yeah, too hardcore. So Marcus is helping me today. Whoop. And we're gonna make sure that we have 0 mistakes. So today we're working with Hoffman fabrics, and these are all their really cool fabrics. You guys are gonna see that in just a minute. And black. Beautiful, beautiful with cream and a little bit of pink. I think people are gonna love it. So we're deciding to record this first meeting for Clean Media. This is not on yet, but that's on right now. So,
Alright.
Yeah, we were talking about educating the market.
Okay, educating the market. So I'm fully in agreement with that, and I'm thinking we should leverage that with the podcast.
Okay.
I think your video series is a good idea, and that's platforming and whatever any other videos you want to put out. But I think if we start recording these conversations that we're having, like as an insider's look,
Yeah.
because the video is different, right? It's visual entertainment. It tells a very different story.
Yeah, you're feeling the gap.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? So, a couple of breakdowns, a couple of updates going down. Kayden is improving. I think the last video I did, I was a little distraught. I'm still a little distracted from that. It's kind of always on my mind. But yeah, he's improving. Today was pretty monumentous because he actually ate something other than chicken. So my battery's dying. Today is Wednesday, and I've just finished packing all the stuff for our Big Bear trip, or most of it anyway. We're tying up some loose ends. I'm writing an email that goes out every Friday and scheduling that out. Just making sure everything's kind of like tied up, ready to go. A couple of lessons learned today that I'm coming to realizations about on a couple of things. Things are kind of closing. I'm rounding up on a couple of ideas. New things are being born. So it's a very tumultuous time right now where my brain is and my spirit is kind of like at a hum. It's operating, but it's not at that like let's go. And I think it's because I'm burnt out, and this getaway into Big Bear is coming at the perfect time. So I'm just ready to kind of check out for a little bit, and then come back into hustle mode when we get back. But we'll see. There's a lot of things that are kind of like, do I need to kill that? Do I need to go this way? You guys are gonna run into this too. If you run your own business, there are gonna be things where you're gonna have to come into a decision and be like, should I kill that? Should I kill that idea or whatever? Kill it quick and move on to the next one. You're gonna come up with these kind of situations all the time. So I'm gonna be sharing my experience with that because I feel like something like that is kind of coming to a head over here. I'm not gonna say what at this point. There's a lot of stuff, but at the same time, there's a lot of new stuff. So just kind of rounding out this vlog. It's been an interesting couple of days. What? I'll have more put together things for you guys as far as what I've learned, what I've taken away from podcast movement, some new developments going on here in the lab, but otherwise hang in there. I will keep you informed, but right now I gotta check out. So good things, and I'll see you next time here in the lab. Peace out.